Hello everyone, welcome back. So, I wanted to make a couple of videos about us, my wife and I, preparing for our camping trip. As you probably know by now, we're planning a trip down to Tennessee. It's our first trip of the year because we've had a very challenging winter and early part of the spring. So we haven't been able to get out like we normally would do in April. Right now it's mid-April, it's a Thursday, and we will be leaving on our trip in 2 weeks from today. So like I've mentioned in a previous video, these next 2 weeks are really exciting for my wife and I as we start to think about what we're going to pack, where we're going to drive to, where we're going to go, what we're going to take with us, and so forth. So I thought a good place to start would be in my basement, where I keep all of my camping gear. Most of this gear has been untouched since my last camping trip, which was in late October of last year. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through all of this stuff and see what I might want to take. Although most of this stuff is for really for tent camping, and we are not tent camping. We are taking our little RV, our little RPod 171 teardrop camper. Here I have tents, I have a cooler, I have tables, I have a thing of freeze-dried food, I've got extra water, fuel for stoves, sleeping bags, all kind of things, air mattresses and so forth. There will be some things that I will need to pack out of this stuff, but first I'm going to organize this stuff, and then I'll get into the camper. I'll show you that in a moment, and we'll see what has to be done outside of the camper to get it ready over the next couple of weeks. All right, here we are outside in our little backyard in our little humble home. Our RPod 171 kind of teardrop camper. I don't know if they actually technically call it a teardrop, but it's got that shape. It's about 19 foot, and it's got one big master bed in the back end. It's got a kitchen, all the other stuff. It's got wheels. As you can see here, there's wheels, really nice wheels. Anyway, I'm just joking around, but this is our camper. I will, maybe I'll do a tour of it at some point in the future, but as you can see in the backyard here where it's parked, there's really no room to get around it. I mean, it is literally right up against the next door neighbor's fence. You can see their gigantic home behind us. They're very nice people though, so, but we are sandwiched in between two big homes like this. So what I have to do to get the camper ready. Now, of course, last fall I winterized the camper, put antifreeze in, drained all the water out of the whole system, put antifreeze in and so forth. So what I have to do over the next couple of weeks is I have to, drain all that antifreeze out, run some fresh water through there, and then fill up the freshwater tank and put a little bit of bleach in there to sanitize the whole water system. Then I'll run that water throughout the whole system, the shower, the bathroom, the kitchen, any place there's water running in there. I'll run that water through there to sanitize it, and then I'll empty all that water out, fill it up with fresh water, run that water, and then drain all that water out, and then I'll probably put another round of fresh water in there just to be safe, and then I'll drain all the water out of the system so it'll be totally sanitized for the summer. The other thing I have to do is, obvious things, check the pressure on the tires, maybe spin the tires a little bit. I might actually hitch it up and take it for a drive around, make sure it's towing okay and everything. Around the front of the the camper. There's one propane tank, which is just about empty. So I will fill that up. I'll have a fresh tank of propane, full tank. I've already put the battery in it. I did that a couple of days ago. You know, I had the battery in storage in my basement. I put that back in. It's already fully charged, so the battery's ready to go. Other than that, there's not too much else to do except to pack it up, you know, put whatever we need in there for cooking things and stuff like that. There's some things I'll load in this back hatch, and it should be ready to go. That's pretty much it. There's not too much to do with the camper. I'll probably start up the refrigerator, make sure the refrigerator is still working. The other thing that I do have to do is on the other side of the camper, where you can't see right now because we can't quite get to it. There's just a little bit of space where I can get to it, but is access for the hot water tank. And what I did at the end of the season last year, I took that anode rod out of it, which is a magnesium rod, which helps to protect the hot water tank from corrosion. So I have a new anode rod coming. It should be tomorrow. So I do need to put that anode rod back in before I run water through the system. So I'll do that tomorrow and over the next couple of days. Probably take me, you know, about a few days. Probably by the end of the weekend, this coming weekend, I'll have the whole water system flushed out and ready to go. So that's about it. And then I'll give you a tour of the inside, probably once we get down to Tennessee, where I can show you all the way around. It's a really nice camper. I'll talk more about my feelings about the camper in another video, but that's what I'm doing to get ready for camping, our first trip of the year in Tennessee. See you soon.